Bye-bye, Evelina. I'll be home tomorrow afternoon, okay?
You want a stuffy?
Okay, grab me a small stuffy. Sheep's kind of big. Do you have any slightly smaller ones?
No. But Dada, you can take cow. Well, I want to see some pictures of Dada and cow.
You want to see pictures of Dada and cow on the road? I'll be home tomorrow afternoon. In case anything's not working out, I'll turn around and come back tonight. I'll be safe, guys.
Try to find something that kids like.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes peeled. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to a very different ride vlog. Today is a bit of a trial run of my new Moto mountain bike configuration. I sold my beloved 2016 KTM 250XC. It was a really good motorcycle, but I never got along with the handling of that bike. That DRZ in Arizona was a great change of pace. Being that I make mountain bike videos for what I do, I figured that more mountain bike content more sooner would be more better. So Googled, what is the safest motorcycle? And every single thread mentioned a V-Strom. It's the ultimate dad motorcycle. It's not fast. It's not really much of anything besides dorky. I've got a few pretty big dream rides planned for, well, they're not even planned. I'm just dreaming of dream rides. And this would be a great motorcycle to do a couple of them with. So with that in mind, I want to get my whole Moto mountain bike setup pretty dialed in. Right now I'm using a 2x2 Cycles. It's a commercially available bike rack for the back of the DRZ. If you guys are wondering, I'm not going 50 miles an hour right now. I am going significantly slower than that. My speedometer is probably off by 25%. This thing is fun. Just like cruises at $3,000 all day. And then 3,000 to 4,000, you just feel that torque get doled out. Well, I don't know how much you guys are gonna be able to hear with the visor up versus the visor down. This is totally just trial run. I would say leave me a comment with what you can hear, but I will never, like, editing and posting this video is so far out from filming, it's not even funny. 4 gallons of gas.
Yes, I know the audio is terrible, but this is a trial run and I'm learning.
All right, freeway with mountain bike. Let's see how sketchy this is. The stock handguards are so flimsy, if the bike fell over, they would do zero to protect any of the levers or whatnot. The stock handlebars were super flexy. They're steel with no crossbar. And if a bike this heavy falls in bars like that, they're gonna bend big time. To the point that it might even be hard to ride the damn thing out of the woods. So I had these old Pro Tapers sitting around. They're really goofy. They're CR high bend, which is like what the CRs had back in the mid-1980s. So they're super swept all weird for a dirt bike. But compared to the stock V-Strom handlebars, they're nicely more aggressive and way stiffer. Man, I love having a real windshield in front of me. It's not uncomfortable at 60 whatever miles an hour. So in my mirrors, I don't see anything funky flapping around behind me. I see a few straps in my shadow, but it seems like this setup is not nearly as janky as previous setups have been. I already dropped my motorcycle for the first time just about 10 minutes ago. I was turning on some music. And I was on the side of the road, and I put my foot down, and it just started going and going in slow motion, toppled over. I picked it right back up. I didn't even do it backwards. I just yanked the handlebars. All right, Highway 2 towards Wenatchee. That's us. Ah, brethren. Gosh, this is beautiful. Sun shining, some big ships down in the river. Snow-capped mountains all around. Heck yeah. All right, we're bearing right here to go towards Wenatchee. One thing I like about the Moto is you more experience all the places you ride through. You get the ambient temperature, the smells, and you just feel more connected with your environment. So you can see some of the beautiful views of this road. These giant jagged peaks are just spectacular. And then we start slaloming back and forth over this beautiful crystal blue river of glacier melt and snow melt coming off them mountains. I want to give a thanks to John Harris. I met him when he was writing for NSMB, North Shore Mountain Bike Magazine. He came down to Ibis to cover the launch of the HD, one of the HDs. And he's a super cool dude. John saw my video where I'm routing around Sedona with my Ripley on the back of the DRZ. And he took pity on me for my 2x6 and angle iron contraption of a rack. And he gave me this rack I'm using now, this proper 2x2 cycles steel, professionally made rack. The 2x2 cycles rack has been solid, bolted right up. I did have to get a little bit crafty with where I attached it because I do a lot of wheelies and I don't like to smash the rear tire of the mountain bike into the ground on each wheelie, so I spaced it forwards more than normal. And then it's not really flat pedal compatible, at least this version that John gave me. Also, it's not a boost version, so the front axle can slide just a little bit. It doesn't really. It's not a big deal. I think I'm actually going to stick with the non-boost because my pump track bike still uses a 100 front wheel. Everything generally looks spick and span. Oh, my reflector fell off up front. I'm curious to try out these knobby tires today in the dirt, but I don't want my muffler to burn a hole into my pannier. It doesn't have much clearance. I think after dinner I'm going to swap my sleeping bag over to my empty side. That's not on the muffler side. And I moved my vlogging mic onto just a little sock, a chin sock or whatever.
Guys, I know the audio is pretty bad in this video in general, but bear with me. It's going to get much better with some more practice on my part.
Tunnel! That's pretty cool, huh? Got some snow patches back there. Got a big waterfall back there. Stevens Pass, recreation area. Oh, we got a waterfall. Rough road ahead. Take note, V-Strom. I don't know why, but it feels cold all of a sudden. Perhaps the snow has something to do with it. Here we go, the ski resort. So this would be the summit.
To get into my campsite, I had to ride up this little single track trail, which was surprisingly steep for this 500-pound street bike of sorts. I tried to GoPro it up, capture all the action, and I did almost hit a tree, but my GoPro didn't think it was worth sharing and decided to record everything in time-lapse mode. You're welcome. My camp setup's gotten pretty simple these days, just a hammock, a sleeping bag, just used Evelina's stuffy as a pillow, my sweatshirt, and that's really it. Made some coffee, and that was that.
Breaking down camp. It's so hard to tell if this thing's at the right angle. So this is a little tricky, tiny little single track trail. I'm gonna try to turn it around up there, come down, and I can barely get over that bump with this street bike. I got a new skid plate coming, I'm gonna need it. You hear the rock stuck onto that. Almost think I know how to ride this thing, huh?
I always wondered why these adventure bike guys struggled so much off-road. You know, I think a lot of them haven't ridden much off-road, but these bikes are pretty unwieldy too.
Nice, clearing it this time. Slightly rubbing the plastic, not hurting anything. I almost hit that tree last night. Goodbye, campsite. That was a great little site. So the reason I had to hunt out that spot, which isn't that scenic or anything, is because the wind. That ridge had a little bit of wind coverage, whereas the more beautiful spot was all in the open and just totally was getting blasted last night. Man, blasting through this last night in the dark, just my little stock headlight, looking for a campsite. That was, I tried to GoPro, but my battery was dead. Yeah, that was a little bit of an adventure. I almost went up that trail last night. I think I probably could have done it. Definitely could have done that one.
Since this ride, I've firmed up my fork and my rear shock about as much as they can go, and the bike feels a heck of a lot better off-road. I'm excited to do a little bit more trail riding-ish, double-track Jeep road type riding ASAP.
So this is one of the, oh my goodness. This would have been really cool to camp at. The wind is gnarly though. Gosh, this is an incredible spot, but yep, a lot of wind.
This was also my first time ever camping in a hammock, and I did get some sleep, but man, I woke up pretty cold. And remember, I had escaped from the wind. So future camping sessions are gonna have some kind of a thermarest pad under my sleeping bag in that hammock to try to stay warmer.
Wherever they're packed away, my clear mountain biking glasses would be nice for all this. Oh, so that's the Ridgeline Trail I wanted to ride up last night. Got a big freight train rolling through. Apple orchards.
The bike was so low on gas right here that it actually stopped displaying a distance till empty on the little computer. One of the biggest downsides to moto touring, you can run out of gas.
Here we go up to the ski hill. Ski hill's where we're gonna ride Rosie Boa. Pretty windy, so the jump trails might not be the best idea right now. Evelina's cow is gonna keep my bike safe while I'm out riding my other bike. As they say, my other bike is a bike. Looking at a 13-mile ride with 3,000 feet of climbing. Let's get it. Cow, keep this safe, okay? Morning. If I remember right, this is the way to Rosie Boa. There's a trail right there. Downhill. Ribbed, this is us. I was quite tempted to not even pull the phone out there, but I don't want to drop in on a 2,000-foot descent. That's the wrong descent. Never been down this. Camped last night. I feel like a dang squirrel eating nuts for breakfast. All right.
Since I am posting this video on the Moto channel here, it's gonna skip a whole bunch of the mountain bike riding footage. If you do want to see all the mountain bike riding stuff, then pop over to my regular YouTube channel, which is just my name, Jeff Kendall-weed, and there I'll have a lot more of the mountain biking footage included, and far fewer moto footage. Make sense? I hope so, and I hope you enjoy both of them. Subscribe to both often, and tell all your friends. Thanks. Oh yeah, like, share, subscribe, whatever that YouTube saying is.
Romp. 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 With this amount of wind we got right now, I'm not gonna be just boosting at all kinds. Slowing it down. Wow, there's a lot of wind. Glad I'm doing the smart thing and not sending it huge. Oh, that's a nice looking hit. Oh my goodness, bowl corner. That amount of wind, we're just gonna go ahead and not hit the cool jumps. Dude, I thought you could do jumps. What's wrong? You suck, right? Oh, that's a nice looking one. So in about 20 minutes, I'm right back here at the top of Ribbed. Ridgeline single track. Bit of a climb up, but it's not a terrible slog or anything. Oh! There's a little one. The tippy top of the Rosie Boa. Bro, did you ride the Rosie Boa? All right, Rosie Boa with mixed wind conditions. Don't expect mega high performance. I'm sure there's some locals that have real impressive videos of this trail. Wildflower season. Yes. Man, this is the time to ride this. I bet 1 week ago, the dirt was still tacky. Nice. Let's not get carried away. Someone walked, that's okay. Oh, this is gorgeous. Bit windy, but gorgeous. Oh, I'm not gapping into this one today. Morning, guys. Morning. Hey, it's nice. Smells amazing. Is it nice? Yeah, smells like what the deodorant commercials want you to think about. Best I can tell. Have a good day, guys. Oh. the Leavenworth ski hill. I had a good time riding out here. Can't promise that this was the best video per se, but that's okay. Adventure's gonna trump extreme right now. If you wanna see more moto content, subscribe to my Moto channel, Jeff Tries Moto. Leave me a note in the comments, where would you like to rally to on 2 wheels to then ride with 2 wheels? Look forward to seeing all of your friendly comments below. Looks like you've had better days.
No, just taking the opportunity while the wife was in the bathroom.
If you've never been to Leavenworth, it's a bit of a tourist trap. It's kind of cool though. It's a Bavarian village meant to look like you're in Bavaria, which I think is German or something. And there's lots of good food to eat, as long as it's not a Sunday evening after 8 o'clock or so. I stopped for a quick Philly cheesesteak, met the guy from Blewett Brewery, who's super into mountain biking, and then it was time to beat the rain home.
Heading out, yep. Oh, we got a little motorcycle gang in front of me, also equipped with stuffies. Horse-drawn carriage. Leavenworth is a pretty cool spot. Bit of a tourist trap, but it's cool. I hear Brethren up ahead. It's got a pretty cool bagger. Road King, Road Glide, King Special, King Glide. I don't know what they call those things, but I will admit, Harleys have a cool little vibe to them in that they're huge, chill. They can just do long miles. Every now and then you'll see one set up good with a rider who really knows how to handle it, and it just looks like a blast. Man, that Harley is so loud, I can hear it through my helmet, over my own bike.
I really like riding the V-Strom with the mountain bike off the back. It's pretty chill in all reality. I don't like how much attention it gets. I'm not really an attention seeker, but I'm not going to stop riding it because people like to talk about it.
We should get a picture of Cow on the Moto. That'll make Evelina super happy. All right, let's go find Evelina a bullet shell for her treasure trove. Oh yeah, there's shells everywhere down here. Let's find a nice clean shell for Evelina. It's a little bit rusty, but kind of clean. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's carry on. There we go. Car was coming. Had to get on it quick.
I haven't posted a lot of touring style content in a while because with a wife and a family, I haven't been able to get out and do a lot of fun tours. About 10 years ago, for a handful of years, I was doing a bunch of moto tours, a bunch of mountain bike tours, cyclocross bike tours, all that sort of stuff. Now with the V-Strom, I'm a little more motivated to get back into that swing of things. The van was great, but you know, it's a lot. It's super complicated. When you just rock with your camping gear on the back of the Moto, it really can't get much simpler, unless you're just riding to the trail. I probably won't stick with this for the long term because I'm not super comfortable with the risk of riding the Moto with all the cars and everything. That said, here in Washington, it's not nearly as crowded as back in California, so I'm doing what I can to minimize things. This dude on the Harley here was flying on the highway, going 85, 90 miles an hour between cars. That's not me. It was fun to chase him for a minute, but I'll let him have that.
Did you miss Cow? I think Cow missed you. Okay, I'll work on getting my treasures for you out, okay? They're a little buried. Look, it's starting to rain right now. I timed it so perfectly.
It gets windy first and then rains.
It was windy all night, and it was super windy today when I was trying to ride.
Dada, did you find me a rock?
I didn't get a rock. I got something else. Purple flowers.
Oh, it smells so good.
So it's a little bit beat up, but the mountaintops, Lena, the mountaintops in Leavenworth up really, really high have lots of these yellow flowers. So I got you one of those special yellow flowers. The mountains have so many of those. Here's the other treasure I found for you. 3 bullet shells. Yeah, redneck special, huh?
Put them in your cars and drive out around.
Yeah, or in the fish tanks. They might get rusty in there, though.
Dada, did you get how much there was in the lots of piles?
I got the 3 cleanest ones I could find.
Clean as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some pictures I can show you guys in a few minutes.